Everybody,
Every pony, what is going on, JTH?
Tails are here.
And as you know, in our last video, I read the epilogue to Princess Molestia, and this is where Princess Lunaughty officially begins.
Yep.
So let us not waste any time. Let's get on with our 100th video special.
So technically, this would be a video 101. So,
But still, it's for our 100th video special.
you do it so much better.
Okay. Anyways, here we go. Princess Lunaughty.
Prologue. Oh, just back. Princess.
It was. No, Princess! No! Quiet Twilight cried, struggling against the moon goddess's grasp on her. Please, scream more, Twilight. It only makes your princess even more excited.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Because the stuff that was here in the beginning of the prologue was stuff that was from the epilogue. Luna brought her body down against Twilight's, their bellies pressing together firmly, while Twilight's legs moved around either side of Luna's figure. Twilight continued to struggle in vain, attempting to buck free, but only managing to push her hips against Luna's, causing the two to grind their lower bodies together. She screamed out and whimpered some, still fighting against Luna's grasp, while she began to bury her face into Twilight's mane, sniffing at it with deep breaths. Twilight's struggling didn't stop, even after realizing it was in vain. She didn't want to let herself be used like this again. Not by Celestia, and not by Luna either.
Too late.
Why am I being molested by another princess? Twilight thought to herself, still trying her best to fight back. With physical attempts useless, the only option she had left was her magic. Though she would normally dare not think about using her magic against a regal figure such as Luna, the situation called for it. In a moment, Twilight's eyes were shut as she began to focus magic into her horn. Oh no you don't, Luna said with a wide grin, and then proceeded to wrap her lips against the tip of Twilight's horn.
Oh my god.
With her lips secure, she adjusted her head for a brief moment before sliding down, taking the entire horn into her mouth, and
horn job.
As her tongue slithered around it, Twilight froze, her magic dissipating as her body began to twitch.
Horn job.
Luna pulled back and pushed down again and again, quickly gaining speed as she sucked on Twilight's horn. Her tongue continued to slide and lick at its length, occasionally sliding out of her mouth to lick at the very base of Twilight's horn and her forehead. With Twilight's body still, Luna began to buck her hips down towards her, letting out small breathly moans every few bobs of her head. Twilight bit her lip, trying to hold in her moans. It was incredibly wrong, almost as wrong as it had been with Celestia, yet it was still happening to her. The feeling of Luna indulging on her horn with her body pushed and pulsed against hers on the bed was maddening. The pleasurable sensations rocking through her core. She began to sweat, her coat hot with perspiration in a matter of minutes as Luna continued to gobble at her horn, occasionally making heavy gulps on it. Luna's thrusting grew stronger and faster, the whole bed creaking back and forth from the force. Their bodies grew hotter and wetter as Luna moved and sucked faster and harder, her appetite seemingly insatiable.
You know you're enjoying it, Twilight.
Oh, I must...
Oh, God.
A lone guard. Oh, no. A lone guard casually strolled down the hallways of the Kentop house, leisurely performing his regular guarding duties. As he made his way through the halls along his normal route and passed by Princess Luna's bedroom door and then stopped. A sound from inside perked his ears up, and it sounded arithmetic, luring him a couple steps closer to the door for a closer listen. It was the sound of something creaking and moaning. Well, there was a pause there.
Oh, sorry.
There were soft feminine moans coming from inside, and when the guard put two and two together, what the heck? There's a pause. What the hell? Oh wow, I'll be, the guard whispered to himself as he quietly took a few steps away from the door. Princess Luna is finally growing more comfortable with this new day and age. She's even found herself a stallion mate, it seems.
Or not at all.
Wait till the guys at the barracks hear this, he snickered to himself lightly as he continued down the hall, his mind exploring what might be going on in the room. Okay, I'll scroll down a bit more. Okay, so, this is the last paragraph. After nearly an hour, Luna pulled herself back, a trail of saliva strung from her lips as they were just connected with Twilight's. The lavender mare had passed out finally, her body limp as she laid back in their bed, their manes and coats wet, messy, and very warm, and Luna wanted to make sure to cover her tracks. She knew how reckless Lucia had been, and that ultimately led to her downfall. If she wanted to get away with this, she needed to do something about it. Her horn lit up with magic, and in a few moments a light wave had washed over the both of them, returning their bodies back to the way they were before the previous engagement. She walked to her bedroom door and opened it, looking both ways to make sure that there were no eavesdroppers. Satisfied, she returned to her room and promptly laid in the bed, covering Twilight and herself with the bed sheets using her magic. She looked down at the mirror, sound asleep, and began to think. Just think. Deeply.
Oh dear.
Okay, so that's the end of the prologue. Interesting, I'll admit.
The shortest video we've ever done.
Yeah, only 5 minutes, but what do you expect? The prologue wasn't really that long.
Part 1 and Part 2 coming soon.
Yes, we will do that in the next part. Until then, this is JTH.
And Tails Zero.
Sorry he's using the Dash toy. He doesn't have a sonic screwdriver with him.
Batteries are dead, so...
Yeah, but mine are still going strong. We will see you in the next video. So long, farewell.
Later.